Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've come on to show you, well, I'm just going to show it to you. It's this beautiful little gift box, and as you can see inside there, I'm not going to undo it, but you'll see inside as we make it anyway. But it looks like this, so that's the back, and I've just put some lovely little flowers there, and then I've just used a die to let this bit act as snow. And what it is, it's excuse me, it's a hidden box within a gift box. Yeah, so, and where the hidden box is here. You just pull down the snow and it reveals this lovely little compartment that goes right in there like that. And that is what we're going to make. Okay, so you just push that back in and there it is. And then this gift tag. For this gift tag, I used a die that I got from Surprise Creation in my design team package, and it's this one. You could put some, like a little, it's quite sturdy, it's really strong card, so you could put like one of those really small little bottles of wine. You could put some little face packs in, some chocolates, and have like a girly night in before Christmas. It could be like a little Christmas Eve goodie gift box or something like that. But in the next one, I'm doing it for my mum for Christmas. She loves perfume, and I got these perfume bottles from Surprise Creation. I'm using that one, and then you get those as well. If you're interested in them, I will leave the link in the description bar below. I've got a frog in my throat, I think. There's quite a lot of pieces to this, so I'll just move these out of the way. Yeah, there is a lot of pieces to it, but a lot of them you need doubles, and I have already gone ahead and done that. So you do need a bit of twine and ribbon, so move that to one side. Then you've got your gift tag elements, so just put those to one side for a minute. The main pieces at the moment is the sides of the box, which I've already gone ahead there and done the first section. So you are going to need 2 pieces of card that measure 10 by 8 1/4. Oh, sorry. And on the long inch side, you need to score at 5.5 and 9.5, and then turn it onto the short side, and you want to score at 5, and that's those 2 pieces. Then you need your roof. So you're going to need these pieces. I'm making this one a little bit shorter there this time, but that's those. Excuse me. God, I'm so sorry. So that's 5.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and you just want to have it on the 4.5 inch side and score at 1. You're going to need 2 of those. I've already gone ahead and finished that first one off. So as you can see, it will be slightly shorter. Yeah, so you need 2 of those. Then your pieces that go on the sides. Your first piece needs to measure 5 3/8 by 4 7/8, and that's that piece. And then your side piece, which is this one, needs to measure 3 7/8 by 4 7/8, and we can just stick those down. Then you need your top roof piece, which is this mat here, and that needs to measure, it will go there like that, that needs to measure 2 3/4 by 5.5. So that's that one. And then I'll do the snow little, well, you've got all your snow bits. I've already gone ahead, and you can have these as high as you want. So they're just random, really. So the first one, I've used a die. There's the die, and it's just a border die. The first piece I've done was 1 7/8 by 4. So you do need to have it by the width of the box, so it's 4 for the sides, and the side, and the bigger bits is 5.5, so it needs to be 5.5 long there and 4 long there, and go as high up as you like. That one is 2 inches, so I can take that off. I just wanted to show you, and it's got a really pretty decorative edge on there, so that works out. That piece is about just over 1.5 inches that way, and all you're going to do, I've got this one on foam tape, I've already done that, so you'll stick this one to the box and then this one will just go over top like that. Okay, I didn't stick them with foam before, but I just thought I would for this one. And then for the strip across the top, which is this strip, for the strip across there, that needs to measure 5.5 inches, and I've cut them by 1/4 inch. So you can do them whatever size you want to do them. Right, enough rambling. And let's get cracking on. So the first thing that I did was we're going to do this one first. Let me just bring out my camera a little bit. That's a bit better. Right. So you've got your score marks, and then you want to fold and burnish them. I have used quite a thick card. I can't remember the GSM of it, but it is pretty strong. Obviously because, do you know what I haven't done, don't you? We'll build the house, and then I haven't cut the other box. I knew I'd forget something. Alright. So just fold and burnish on all of your score lines. All my big scissors are all glued up as well, so I can't use them. What have I done with them? So we've got my little scissors. So what you want to do is you need to remove this strip. And then just notch. Like that. And then you just want to cut straight up there. A little bit too small for these big score lines. And then you just want to take out a wedge on each side. Oh, I much prefer my bigger ones. So you just want to take out a wedge there. And then what you're going to do is attach your 2 side pieces. So we've got the first piece. Why does that look wrong? Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I just trimmed a little bit off there. It just didn't seem to fit. So you just want to glue up your piece. And then stick that down, and then just repeat on the next one. The bottom anyway is going to be hidden. And then you just want to do your next one there like that. It's quite tricky to see on camera actually. And I think I've got a small person coming down the stairs. Shall I have it up that way? Just a second. So I've gone ahead and I've just stuck those pieces down. I'm just going to come off camera for a quick minute and then come back because one of my daughters just needs me for a second. Just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm back. Just when you think you've got enough time to do a video and you think your kids are all in bed and then one comes down. So, right, now we're going to join this piece and this piece together, okay? So, getting plenty of glue on and lining up from the bottom to the top. Alright. And then just folding that in half. Use your bone folder and just burnish that down, and then burnish that down as well. And then what we're going to do is fold that piece over, and that one should line up perfectly. So you just want to put some more glue on this tab, and then close that one in. Just bring that up. Just a minute. I'm just holding it up against me for a minute while it dries a little bit. It's just easier to bring it closer up. Okay, and then press that down. Then what you want to do is, that's my front, so you fold in the tabs at the side. So you can just put a little bit of glue in the bottom of there. Bring that one in, and then this back piece will come back, and as you can see, it don't reach all the way. I don't know if you can you see there? But that's fine, because the bottom is going to be covered by the box. This is where the hidden box will sit. Okay. So you're going to bring that one in, and then bring this one over. Like that. And then you can turn it the right way and just push everything in. Like so. Okay. Now we're going to put that to one side and just let that dry off. A minute. And then we're going to get on and make the bottom box. So you're going to need, I'm going to need to put my lid on. You're going to need a piece of card that measures 10.5 inches by 8.25, which is the full length of the UK A4, and you want to score at 4 inches, 5 inches, 9 inches and 10 inches on the long side. And then on the short side you need to score 1 inch, 6.5 inches and 7.5 inches. That's your scoring done. Then fold and burnish all of your score lines. So again, I'm using that same thick card that we used last time. Right. So then what you need to do is these little squares at the bottom. This will be the bottom of the box. Just cut straight up and then notch. So straight up and then notch. Like that. And then you just want, I've got a shelf here, you see, in the way a little bit. So straight up and notch, and then just notch that one and cut into it at the corner. Just there. Just have a drink a minute. And then you want to decide where your front and back is. So we need to cut this completely off. So cut straight down and then straight along that line. In fact, I'm going to sit down and then that shelf's probably not going to get in the way. I did say that I'd come on and clean my scissors before I did this, because as you can see, these are a bit too small. Okay, so then on this end you want to completely remove this section, and then notch, and then just want to cut down these two squares again, remove that little bit of a tab, and then do that same on this side. Now the mistake I made on the first one, I'll show you in a minute, is these tabs I took too much of a notch off, so that when I came to close this in, it doesn't, you see? Can you see? It doesn't stay shut because I've took too much of a wedge off here. So it lets that, I'll sort something out, I'll find a way to keep it shut somehow, but that's why. So when you're notching, really take just the tiniest little bit. In fact, I want to really take the tiniest little bit. A proper thin, I mean, you can see that. A tiny slither, that's all you're going to probably need really. So just a thin, even thinner. And then all I did then was, I have a corner rounder, and I'm just going to corner round the flap like that, and now we can stick it together. So that should fold in perfectly there. So getting your glue, just run all the way down that tab, and then fold that one over and bring that one back. You don't need to decorate this box because it's going to be fully hidden within the box. Let me just have a look. And then on the bottom you just want to close the flaps and stick a little bit of glue there on them flaps. Push the back one in. Oops, hang on a minute. And then bring this next one in as well. It's really thick card, it's just fighting me to stay shut. So that's what you need to have for the bottom. And then for the top, you just push them flaps in, and let's see now. There. Yay! Yeah, so that isn't going to come off because we've done a good amount. Right, so there we go. So I want my box to open this way. So therefore, that's the front. So I need to stick that onto there. Okay? So what I'm going to do is that way. Run a lot of glue along here, and again on the next one I think I'll add a little bit more glue, and then you can just push them together. Making sure there's a good amount on the edge. Don't worry if you go right up to the edge and it squeezes out, it's fine, because you're going to have we're going to have your snow covering it anyway. So where is it? So then sitting that on top of that one. Let me just check. I'm just pushing it. I know it's not in the camera, but I do really need to push this in as best that we can. So you kind of want that, but you really do need to keep pressing on it a little bit more. Okay. And so there we go. So that's your bottom bit attached. Where's my lid? Next, we need to add on the roof pieces. So just a moment. Right, so before I carry on, I've just gone a little bit wrong with the measurements for the roof. What we need is, I thought I'd done something wrong. I completely forgot about, so I want 4. So I want a piece that measures 4 inches by 5.5. Okay. Yeah. 4 inches. I completely forgot about this bit. By 5.5 inches. Okay. So ignore the roof measurements for a minute because I have told you them wrong. Okay. This is what you get, you see, for not writing anything down. So on the short side, you want to score at 1 inch and 3.5. So 1 inch and 3.5. This is because this section is a separate piece, then we add this over the top, and I have completely forgot about it. So let me just see now. Is my piece going to be enough? I might have to redo all this piece. Just a minute. Right, okay, I'm really sorry about that. Next time, Danielle, remember to write things down. So, I've just given you the measurements. You're going to need 2 pieces of these. 2 pieces of these, 4 by 5.5, and you want 2. On the short side, score at 1 inch and score at 3.5 inches. That's the roof flaps. For this bit, we didn't need that section. So, you need 2 of these that measure 3.5 by 5.5, okay? That's what you need. So I hope nobody did start this before I actually corrected myself. It's just I don't really want to shut down the whole tutorial and then have to do it all over again, because it was quite long-winded to cut everything out, which I'm sure if you're a crafter you would understand. Okay. Now, think what I had to do then. Totally lost the plot. Right, so these pieces need to go in here at the back. So I think what we're going to have to do is just cut a little wedge on these short sides just to get that in. And that is going to sit in the back. Okay? So you need to pop some glue. I just can't believe I did that. I really forgot that I did it in 2 pieces. It's what you do when you make things on a whim, which it was. I almost did throw this in the bin. I was trying to make it a bag and then a hidden box in a bag, and it just wasn't working as a bag. And then I quite liked how it turned out, so I decided to keep it. And hopefully you will like it. So That's one side. You can then lay that flat. Just take your bone folder and burnish. And then you just need to put the other side in as well. So that's going to go in there. And I don't need to cut that one. That one sits in there quite nice. So again, on that thin side, run your glue on there. And don't worry if it does overlap a little bit, it will be hidden. So just placing that down. And then you can lay it down and come in with your bone folder again. That's just moved, it has. And then that will close then to give you a little top. So that's your little house shape. You could decorate this as a house if you wanted to. So then this piece will then sit across the top of there like that. So using your glue, just spread it all over that roof area. This is at night when I'm filming, so you know the light might not be perfect, but I hope it's good enough. So you want to put that on there, and then you can pull that up and you can lay it down and just bring your bone folder in and burnish that on. So that's the first little bit of roof. So that looks really nice. There we go. And then the second little bit of roof then. Totally lost where I was. I had an old Stampin' Up border punch, which is just this one. And I'm just going to punch my border in. So I'm going to pause the video, come back. Okay, so I've done that bit. I've stuck the paper on. I'm just going to stick this border on now, and then that will be that bit done. I think it's just hanging over a little bit, so just cut that off, and then we can attach glue to this side. And then stick that one on as well. Okay. And then you can just lay that one down the same, use your bone folder, and then just burnish that down. Okay. And there we go. So that's the other side. It's looking really pretty now. What do I need? I'm doing a lot of pausing because I'm so unorganised. I wasn't going to actually do this tutorial today. Just a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I was just looking for a paper clip. So anyway, let's move on and get the snow on. So for the snow, like I said, you're going to need all your little pieces. So let's get all my little pieces in. We are very nearly finished, I promise. Right, what have we got? So we've got them and them. those, and that one, and then this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that one about there, and then bring in that one, so that's got to come a little bit lower. So let's get this one stuck on. So get this one as low as I can. And then this next one will just go over the top. So just take off the backing, and then this one will just sit nicely over the top, and that hides any, I think that looks really nice actually, where it's bulking out. So we're going to turn it again onto its side, and we're going to take one of the smaller ones this time. So let me just double check. So again, I'm going to lay that one higher up. Now I don't mind that they're like all over. Some are higher up than others. I really don't mind that. That's fine for me. If you want yours to be exactly the same height all the way round, then you could do that with yours. Just make sure that you've cut them the width of the box before you do it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so that's the next side. So that's looking really nice already. And then the back is going to be the same, so we'll pop that one over that middle, and then that one, yeah. So we'll just put some glue on. You can fast forward this bit if you want, but just make sure you watch when I do the closure for the flap. So straight over the join again, because this is the main reason that we've put these on, is to cover up the join of that box so that nobody knows it's there. Except you'll have to tell whoever you gift it to. Okay, you could do it as a little game. There's a box within a box, find it. Text me when you found it. But yeah, so that's the other side. And now we're back to the front, to the closure. Okay, so with this one, you want to keep everything on the flap. We don't want to cover the join. We do, but we don't want to glue over the join. So, let's see. We'll stick this one. Gonna pop some glue along there, and then we'll place this one on first. And then we'll put this last one over the top. Oops. You could sprinkle glitter over this snow as well, it would look really nice. So then that piece will go there, and now, as in this one, as you can see, that's dropping because I cut them tabs too much. This one is not at all, and there is the closure. So now you can bring that down and just really press that down, and you're gonna get, you know, it's only 1 inch, but it's by 5.5, so you might even get a little pair of gloves in there, some fluffy socks, a couple of face masks or anything like that. So then that will just push them back in, and that will, she says, I've done it too good now, close up perfectly and not tilt forward. So I am absolutely really pleased with that. I'm glad I worked that out. That's why it dropped. Right, I need my lid. Can you see it, anybody? Just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I dropped it on the floor. Right, so bring in your little yeah, your tag. Oh God, this is not my night, is it really? So bring in your tag, and then I've just used, these were Elena Cuttle dies, layering dies. I think layering dies are really pretty. So then I've got my perfume bottle, and what I'm going to do is put a bit of Winkstella all over it, I think. So just adding the glue really where it needs to be. And then I'm going to just place that in the middle. It just fits. And then I'm going to pop my little bow on as well. You could pop that up on dimensionals if you want to. I'm just going to stick it there. And that will be my little gift tag on there. So to attach that, well, actually to put the holes in the top of here first, all I did with this was I took a ruler and a pencil, and I went in the width of the whole ruler and marked it. I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna guess it just in the middle, where I think the middle is. But I just made sure I did it a ruler's width from the end, and that looks about right. And then I took a 1/8 of an inch punch, making sure they're the same, and I just come in and punched a hole, and it's as simple as that. So that's what I did, and then you get your ribbon and you have fun feeding it through with your long nails on, which is never great fun for me. Oh, not bad. It doesn't usually happen that quick. And then you make a bow, and if you're anything like me, you can never do it on camera. So I'm just going to make it, I'm going to have to undo it anyway when I fill it, but I'm just going to do, if you double it up twice, I'm going to just bring it to me where I can see it, because it's easier if you're holding it against yourself. It is not the best bow in the world, but it's not the worst. So there you go. And then I'm going to take my scissors and just cut myself. Oh, that side's okay actually. Just going to cut myself some tails. There's the ribbon, and then the tag. You just want to pop a hole in the middle somewhere. And then I got some of these wooden Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and I've got my twine, and I'm just going to push. Knew that would happen. Push the twine through there and then through my tag as well. Now you know that's always going to happen. Hang on a minute. Let's see if it'll go through. Okay, so I've done that. So I'm going to have it like that, just the same as the other one. And what I did was I just hooked it under this ribbon, under the bow, and then I tied it on there. So all I'm going to do with this is just double knot it to where I want it to come. A little bit longer than that. And then that should be good. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut the ends off, and then you can just move that behind the bow. And there you go. I'm not going to do the flowers. I'm sure that you'll decorate it however you can. It's just a flower die that I had. Again, another Elena Craft die. So I decided to put the tags at the back because the front of the box is already nicely decorated, but I've just got some holly leaves, and then I've just doubled up some flowers for that last little bit, if that's what you want to do. But I really, really love it. I hope you do too. I hope you'll try it out. If you do, don't forget, go to Danielle, Crafting with Danielle Rose on Facebook, where you can share yours. And I'm sure anybody would be happy to get one of these. And it's huge. And I just love that. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. And I shall see you again next time. Bye.